What if a Roman emperor who lived nearly 2,000 years ago could help you handle stress, uncertainty, criticism, and the search for meaning today? That is the enduring power of the wisdom found in the writings of Marcus Aurelius, especially his reflections known as meditations. 1. What this book will help you achieve. At its heart, this wisdom teaches you to focus your energy on what you can control and stop allowing what you cannot control to dominate your peace of mind. You'll discover how to respond more calmly when life becomes difficult, how to separate your emotions from impulsive reactions, and how to build a stronger sense of purpose. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that personal growth doesn't require a perfect life. It comes from practicing patience, discipline, courage, and good judgment in the life we already have. 2. Who this book is. For this philosophy is especially valuable for anyone who feels overwhelmed by stress, distracted by other people's opinions, or uncertain about the direction of their life. It's also useful for people interested in Stoicism, self-development, emotional resilience, leadership, or simply living with greater intention. You don't need to be a philosopher to understand these ideas. They deal with experiences almost everyone recognizes. 3. What's inside the book? Rather than presenting one continuous story, Marcus Aurelius recorded personal reflections and reminders. He considers questions such as, what deserves our attention? How should we respond to difficult people? Why do we fear change? And how can we live well when so much remains outside our control? Again and again, he returns to a simple principle. Your thoughts, choices, and actions belong to you. Much of everything else does not. Instead of wasting your life fighting reality, concentrate on becoming the kind of person you believe you should be. 4. Why this book is different. Marcus Aurelius wasn't originally writing for an audience. These reflections were largely private notes, a ruler reminding himself to remain humble, rational, disciplined, and compassionate despite enormous responsibilities. That makes the writing unusually personal. It isn't the voice of someone claiming to have mastered life. It's the voice of someone continually practicing how to live it better. 5. Book specifications. Meditations is a classic work of Stoic philosophy, composed of 12 books of reflections. Because it was written in the 2nd century, modern editions vary in translation, wording, page count, and formatting. Its short passages also make it especially suitable for reading or listening to, a little at a time, and reflecting on each idea. 6. About the author. Marcus Aurelius lived from 121 to 180 CE and became Roman emperor in 161. Despite war, political pressure, illness, and the enormous demands of leadership, he continued practicing Stoic philosophy throughout his life. His reflections survived centuries and eventually became one of the world's best-known works on Stoicism, and perhaps their most important message is surprisingly simple. You cannot control everything that happens around you, but you can keep working on how you think, how you act, and who you choose to become. That is where tranquility begins, and where personal growth becomes possible.